भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 18, Text number 1. Maitreya Vacha Tat Evam Akaranya Jalesha Bhashitam Tadevam Akaranya Jalesha Bhashitam Mahamanaha Tat Viganaya Durmadaha Mahamanastad Viganaya Durmadaha Harehe Viditva Gatim Anga Naradat Harer Viditva Gatimanga Naradat Rasatalam Nirviveshe Tvaranvitaha Rasatalam Nirviveshe Tvaranvitaha Maitreya Vacha Tadevam Akaranya Jalesha Bhashitam Mahamanastad Viganaya Durmadaha Harer Viditva Gatimanga Naradat Rasatalam Nirviveshatvaranvitaha. Nirvivesha, not Nirvishesha. Maitreya Vacha Tadevam Akaranya Jalesha Bhashitam Mahamanastad Viganaya Durmadaha Harer Viditva Gatimanga Naradat Rasatalam Nirviveshatvaranvitaha. I'm in a class. Maitreya Vacha, the great sage Maitreya said, that Evam Akaranya, hearing Jala Isha, of the controller of water Varuna, Bhashitam, words, Mahamanaha, proud, that those words, Viganaya, having paid little heed to, Durmadaha, vainglorious, Harehe, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Viditva, having learned, Gatim, the whereabouts, Anga, oh dear Vidura, Narada, from Narada, Rasatalam, to the depths of the ocean, Nirviveshe, entered, Tvaranvitaha, with great speed. Translation and purport by Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Maitreya continued, the proud and falsely glorious Daitya paid little heed to the words of Varuna. O dear Vidura, he learned from Narada the whereabouts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and hurriedly betook himself to the depths of the ocean. Please repeat the translation. Maitreya continued, The proud and falsely glorious Daitya paid little heed to the words of Varuna. O dear Vidura, he learned from Narada the whereabouts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and hurriedly betook himself to the depths of the ocean. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Materialistic warmongers are not even afraid to fight with their mightiest enemy, the personality of Godhead. The demon was very encouraged to learn from Varuna that there was one fighter who could actually combat him, and he was very enthusiastic to search out the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just to give him a fight. Even though it was predicted by Varuna that by fighting with Vishnu, he would become prey for dogs, jackals, and vultures. Since demoniac persons are less intelligent, they dare to fight with Vishnu, who is known as Ajita, or one who has never been conquered. That's the Bhakti Vedanta purport. Mama Jnanatimiraandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here Vidura is continuing, Sir Maitreya is continuing with the concept of the forecast as explained by Varuna in the last chapter. Because Hiraṇyākṣa was very looking for an opportunity to fight, and nobody wants to fight with him. He's running everywhere. So when he went to Varuna and asked him, please come, I want to fight with you. Varuna said, I have become old and I am refrained from fighting. But you will find a suitable person, the Supreme Lord. And when you find him, that day will be the last. He gave a prediction, what will happen to you when you meet the Supreme Lord. So from there, this chapter starts. So Maitreya is saying, Tadevam akaranya jalesha bhashitam. After hearing from Jalaisha bhashitam, words of Varuna, the master of the ocean, Maha manasad vignaya durmadaha. So here the qualities of Hiraṇyākṣa were explained. Maha manaha means not in a positive way, in a negative way. He is proud, excessive pride. Maha manaha, arrogant. Then durmadaha, then he is falsely glorious, thinking himself great, falsely glorious. Tad viganaya, he ignored the instructions as given by Varuna. Varuna said, don't go near him, you will die. But he ignored that instruction and he proceeded towards where? Hare viditva gatimanga narada. He understood about Hari, where are his whereabouts? Hare viditva gatim, where does the destination, where Hari stays? From whom? Naradat he heard. Rasatalam nirvivesha tvaranvitaha. Where did he go? From there he went to Rasatala. Nirvivesha, he entered deep into the Rasatala perspective. And how long did he do? Tvaranvitaha, he hurriedly went there. So fast he went there because he was so desirous to fight. So that's what this translation says. The proud and falsely glorious Daitya, Mahamanaha Durmadaha, paid little heed to the words of Varuna. Tadevam akaranya tad viganaya jalesha bhashita. Viganaya means he did not actually hear what is being communicated. Because when we are proud, pride is there, good instructions will not enter into our head. Then, O Vidura Anga, he learned from Narada the whereabouts of the Supreme Lord. Viditva Harer Gatim Narada. Narada Viditva, he heard from Narada. Harer Gatim, where is Hari? Then hurriedly he took himself to the depths of the ocean. Rasatalam nirvivesha tvaranvitaha. He entered into the deepest part of the ocean. That is where the Rasatala perspective is. Means the 14 planetary systems, the bottommost level are almost at Rasatala level. So he went at that particular point. So in the purport, Prabhupada says the demon was very encouraged to learn from Varuna that there was one fighter who could actually combat him, and he was enthusiastic to search out that Supreme Lord just to give him fight. Even though it was predicted by Varuna that by fighting with Vishnu he would become prey for dogs, jackals and vultures. See, when he was given an opportunity and information which had two parts, which has, with the prediction says, you will meet the person who is rightful person, but you will die also in the hands of the rightful person. He was only hearing that part which is favorable to him. Oh, there is a person whom I can fight with. He is not interested in the resultant part of the action. So these proud people are falsely proud people. Prabhupada here and there compares with Shubhashita, means general instructions which are applicable for all good instructions. So Prabhupada says one perspective one, Gumte pode gobar hase sabara ek dina aache sheshe. Gumte pode gobar hase sabara ek dina aache sheshe. Says, when a dry cow dung is burning in the fire, you know, cow dung cakes we burn in the fire, the wet cow dung is laughing. अभी जो पका नहीं है वो हंस रहा है क्योंकि दूसरा जल रहा है, जो ड्राई हो गया वो जल रहा है. And the one which is not dried, it is laughing. See, you are drying, you are being burnt. But forgets that one day everyone will get in the same fate. When he is also dried, he is also put in the fire. He is forgetting that in future my situation also will be like that one. So these proud people, when they are arrogant and ignorant, they think everybody will die but not me. But you don't know that one day you will also die. And it also says this entire perspective is about of envy and pride. Because people are driven by these two qualities. Whole world is run by these two qualities. You will have either of the one. So Prabhupada explains, when we find someone more qualified than ourselves, we become envious of it. This is the common nature of a man, nature of a living entity in this world. So when you find somebody more attractive than you, more better than you, we become envious of it. And when we find somebody less qualified than him, we deride him. And we find somebody equal with us, we become proud of our activities. This is our nature. So therefore, these are the causes of material tribulations. So when we find somebody superior than us, we become envious of him. When we find somebody junior to us, we deride them. And when we find somebody equal to us, we try to show off. I am better than you. Proud. So there are three kinds of pride, it seems, Shastra says. There are many other kings on the earth who had become very proud of these three kinds of positions. Pride comes because of various positions. So what you have and what others don't have. One is because of wealth. When somebody has so much money, they become proud. Education, when they are too much learned scholars, they become proud. And when you have too many followers, we become proud. These are the three reasons. In one particular context, he said, these are the three reasons by which a person can become proud of. And they were constantly agitating the earth by involvement of military strength. This is in respect to kings. So when it is explained that kings, when they have too many followers, they start dominating the other kings. When they have extravagant opulences, they try to dominate others. When they have excessive education also, they try to dominate others. In these three perspectives, people are running around the world to show off their pride with these three causes. If we become proud of Daivi Sampada, if we become proud by becoming the most confidential servant of Krishna, the same pride is your liberation. Because we know these are the blessings from the Lord. Nothing is our capacity. Lord has blessed me, Guru has blessed me. The same pride, if it is dovetailed in the service of the Lord, I am a better servant, I am a greatest servant, or taking credit that Krishna has given me an opportunity to serve him, not to show off with others. So then this pride becomes the opportunity for us for liberation. And we must be proud after being situated in the spiritual platform. Otherwise, there is also ignorance. If you think I am better devotee than other devotees, if you compare with others, then that is ignorance. Taking pride that yes, I am a servant of the Lord. What is your position? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did he say? Oh, who are you? He said, Dasa, Dasa, Dasanu, Dasa. I am servant of the Supreme Lord. Means he is taking pride. I am a servant of the Lord. In my position, I am greatest, and I am a servant of the Lord. That is my position. And I accept that with pride. Like if you go, somebody will ask you, where do you work? What do you say? We try to boast, I work with Google, I work with Amazon. We give credit to the company what we are working with, means that raises our prestige. So here, if you say I am servant of the Supreme Lord, what is the greatest prestige than the Lord? So we should take pride of being the servant of Guru and Krishna. So in that perspective, it is said, this is the door for your liberation. But among your God brothers, if you say, I am better devotee than you, that is ignorance. The same principle, but be very careful. There is a thin line which is differentiating between pride and ignorance. To be very careful in this devotional perspective. So Kunti Maharani explains 4 more perspectives of this pride, causes for this pride. She says, Janmaishwarya Shuta Shribir Yedamana Madah Puman Naivarhate Vidatum by Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Which is, these are 4 perspectives what we have earned from our previous life. Janma, Aishwarya, Shuta, Shri. Janma, a good birth. Aishwarya, opulence. Shuta, education. Shri, beauty. These 4 are bestowed upon us because of our past karma. Yedamana Madah Puman. But a man becomes proud because of his 4 positions. Naivarhapi Abidatum vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. Because of his false positions, if a person is proud, he will not be able to have vision of the Lord. Abidatum vai, because Lord is Tvam Akinchana Gochara. For those who are helpless, Lord is available for them. For those who think these 4 are my foundation, I am being supported by these 4 qualities, Lord is never for them. So what is this pride due to opulence? First thing is Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri. So Prabhupada at various places through various characters of the stories in Bhagavatam, he explains the consequences if somebody has something and what will be the result. The pride of this opulence. One day, the king of heaven, Indra, because of his excessive opulence, he became intoxicated. He was sitting in the assembly in a drunken state. So he was enjoying Apsarasas and many other, all of his associates were there. So when they were proud, they are showing off their mentality. At that particular time, there were many people in that assembly, Maruts, Vasus, Rudras, Adityas, Rubus, Vishwadevas, Sadhyas, Ashwini Kumaras, Siddha, Charana, Gandharva, and many great saintly persons. Vidyadhara, Apsara, Kinnara, Patagas, Uragas. And all of them were offering respects to Indra by saying, oh my dear personality, you are so great. Then when everybody were praising Indra, Indra became proud. Why I am great? He started feeling there is nobody equal to me. So over Indra there was one white umbrella, Sita Ata Patra. So where drops of nectar were sprinkled from that umbrella. So see all these opulences, the way how he is being treated, he was becoming arrogant. He was becoming proud. So at that particular point, the Devaguru, Brahaspati entered the assembly. So because he was the spiritual master, all the demigods and Indra and everybody are supposed to get up and receive him and respect him because he is the spiritual master. So everybody got up to acknowledge the Guru and offer respect, but Indra became proud of his opulence. And he did not get up. He did not respect. So immediately Brahaspati understood the situation that this person is becoming proud unnecessarily. So when he entered the assembly, Indra took it for granted. Hey, अर्दिन आता है क्या फायदा है, ये तो रोज का मामला है, आज separately क्या expect क्या दे देगा. See, this familiarity breeds the misconduct. So we become accustomed. Every day we are coming to the temple. What is so special? Every day I am offering respect. One day if I don't offer, what will happen? This attitude, familiarity. We should be very careful. So he did not get up. He did not show him any respect. As a result, Brihaspati became displeased and he left Indra's place. And he projected, because the Guru was disrespected by Shishya. The result was Indra lost his kingdom. Demons took over him. Bali Maharaj captured Indra's post. He lost everything. Pride precedes fall down. This is the first example of opulences, pride due to opulences. Then pride due to illusion. This is Durvasa and Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasa Muni, a great sage who has done tapasya. Ambarish Maharaj, a great devotee who has satisfied the Supreme Lord in all possible means and ways of bhakti. So he was so popular that everybody were respecting Ambarish Maharaj, so great. Durvasa Muni, he was thinking, I am a sannyasi, I am a sage who had renounced the world and I have become a great ascetic. And this king who was staying in all the opulences, who was staying in all the midst of all the sense gratification, he is so popular than me. And he wanted to affect Ambarish Maharaj. In illusion, he was thinking, this is a person who is staying in between sense gratification. How can he be so popular? I am a sannyasi, I am an ascetic, I have done so much tapasya, I should be more popular. This understanding of illusion. Because he is not able to see the reality. The great devotee he is. Krishna's perspective of explaining Bhagavad Gita is, he says with an example, Padma Patram Imam Basa. A lotus leaf is in the water, but lotus leaf, is it connected with water? Even if you put water on the lotus leaf, it doesn't stick onto the leaf. It becomes water is water, leaf is leaf. So these Raja Rishis, they perform all their duties in such a way, even though he is a king, he is like a Rishi. Durvasa Muni was in the illusion. He was a Raja Rishi. Even though he is an able administrator, he was not attached to any of this material perspective. That is his speciality. So what happened? He wanted to harm Ambarish Maharaj. Then Lord sent Sudarshan Chakra to harm Durvasa Muni. So pride in illusion. So this is second reason. Then third one, pride due to education. Keshav Kashmiri, a very learned scholar, and he was blessed by Mother Saraswati also, that he was able to go anywhere and everywhere. He was able to have a debate with everyone, and he was able to defeat everyone. He became a Digvijayi. But when he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wanted to show off his education. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a small boy. He was a 14-year-old boy who was teaching grammar to his students. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord Krishna himself. Can anybody compete with the Lord in education? Because Vedasya Sarver Ahameva Vedya. He is the one to be known from all the Vedas. Because he is Vedanta with Vedakrit. He is the knower of the Vedas. He is the compiler of the Vedanta. And you are trying to compete with a person who has compiled the subject, who means he is the source. So what happened? He went to Navadvipa to have a debate, to conquer the people there. All the other people, all the other scholars, they hid themselves. Array, so and so person has come. How can we face him? We will not be able to handle him. Then when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everybody were feeling relief. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeats that person, we can say, see, our kid in our village can defeat you, what to speak of us. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets defeated, he is a small boy, what is that? Now we are there to handle him. So either way, they want to take credit of the situation. So when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Tomara Kavita Shloka Bhujite Kara Shakti Tumi Bala Jana Artha Kimba Saraswati. So he says, your poetry is so difficult that no one can understand it but you and Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was indirectly criticizing him. Because what you have spoken, only you can know. Or your Mother Saraswati can know. Nobody else can understand what you are speaking. Like sometimes foolish person will come and speak. You can't make a head and tail of what is being spoken. So when what you say, as నువ్వేం చెప్తున్నావు నీకేనా అర్థమవుతుందా? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was indirectly saying, are you understanding what you are speaking? Or at least your mother Saraswati, she is understanding what you are speaking. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sarcastically talking to Keshava Kashmiri, and he minimized the value of poetry which he has composed in 1 hour 100 shlokas on Ganga. Yes, your compositions are so nice that no one but you and your worshipable mother, the goddess of learning, can understand them. Because he is a favorite devotee of Mother Saraswati, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a master of goddess of learning, has the right to speak sarcastically of her devotee. Because he is the master, he is teaching the whole world. So although Keshava Kashmiri was proud of being favored by goddess of learning, he did not know that she is controlled by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he is the supreme personality of God. So sometime later, Paduya Balaka Kaila Mora Buddhi Lopa Jani Saraswati More Kariyachena Kopa. After when he was defeated in the debate, see, he started feeling a small boy had defeated me. And every day Mother Saraswati was there when I invoke the mantra, she was personally there to guide me what to speak. Today Mother Saraswati became angry, she did not even come there. So this mere boy has blocked my intelligence. I can therefore understand that Mother Saraswati has become angry with me. So he was thinking that how I lost. Mother Saraswati did not accompany me or did not support me today. He went back and he said, I will do meditation. I'll ask Mother Saraswati itself why she did not support me today. He went, sat in meditation. He started invoking Mother Saraswati. Saraswati appeared in front of him and she said, you are a foolish personality. You are trying to compete with my master. And how I can support you and say that you will be able to face him. So this is my suggestion. He says immediately tomorrow morning, this is in the midnight. Says tomorrow morning go and take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is a way of counteracting your offense to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is pride of education. Next he became, next day morning as early as possible he went there, fell down at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately took him up and he embraced him and he said, my dear sir, you are a learned personality, you are a guest in our house. And she being blessed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Keshava Kashmiri became greatest of the devotees further. And he became a Sampradaya head later. In one of the other, I think Kumara Sampradaya, he became a great Acharya there. And he wrote the philosophy in the Vedic perspective, in devotional perspective. Till then it was in the arrogance perspective. See, this is third reason is pride of education. Next, pride due to power. So this is Indra in that Govardhana Leela. So he became so proud. He was thinking there was nobody to conquer me, nobody to wage against me. So Nanda Maharaj was every year performing that Indra Yajna. 1 year Krishna instructed, why worship somebody Indra temporarily, let us worship the Supreme Lord or his representative in the form of Govardhan, because all our maintenance is coming from Govardhan. So being inspired by logical instructions of Krishna, everybody worshipped Govardhan. Indra became offended and he said, I am the mightiest personality, who take care of your living? If I don't give rains, where will be your crops? Where will be your maintenance? So he became so proud that he wanted to attack Vrindavan, he wanted to destroy Vrindavan. So the way he was treated, when somebody said Krishna was guiding him, his instruction was, Vachalyam balisham stabdam ajñam pandita maninam Krishnam martyam upashritya gopame chakrur apriyam. So this Vachalam balisham, the child balisham, Vachalam, he is talkative speech. Stabdam ajñam pandita maninam, he is a stabdam, obstinate, ajñam, ignorant, pandita maninam, thinking himself he is very learned. Krishnam martyam, he is a human, Krishna, he is a boy, mere boy. Upashritya gopame chakrur apriyam, these gopas taking shelter of Krishna, they have become apriyam to me, they have become against me, these cowherd men have offended me by accepting Krishna's instruction. Aishwarya Madamatte Indra Ena Muato Yala Buddhina Shohaila Kevala Nahika Sambala. Actually, he was saying Stabda, Ajnaha, Pandita Maninam. Actually, he was indirectly, he became that quality. Not Krishna was that of that quality. Indra, being too proud of his opulences, became like a madman. Aishwarya Madamatte Indra Ena Mutayala means bereft of his intelligence. He could not restrain himself from speaking nonsensically about Krishna. Now, who is ignorant here? Whether Krishna is ignorant or Indra is ignorant. So, because of his power, Indra became arrogant and Lord brought down him on his knees and made him fall at his feet. That is, that Indra, later Indra, after Govardhan Lila was done, he comes and surrenders. He says, I have become proud. It is you who are the master. I am supposed to serve you. So, pride because of power. Then, pride due to benediction. Ravana, he became so powerful because of the benedictions of Lord Shiva. So, he was able to conquer and he was able to defeat everyone and anyone. At one particular point, he went to Kailasha. He wanted Lord Shiva to be also to be his subservient because he has been blessed by Lord Shiva. He wanted Lord Shiva to be, according to him, he has to work. And because of his benedictions, he was able to think, he was thinking that I can challenge anyone and everyone. He wanted to challenge Ramachandra, who was boss of Lord Shiva. But what happened? He was lying dead in the battlefield. Pride because of benedictions. Kartivirya Arjuna, he was blessed by Dattatreya. But again, one more incarnation. Parshurama chopped off all his bodily parts and made him die. When you become proud of your benedictions. Ashirvada, we should not take pride in our Ashirvada. We should be humble enough. This is one more perspective. Then pride due to elevated position. Daksha. Daksha was the, of all the Brahma sons, he is the Prajapati with might and with the capacity. So even though Lord Shiva was his son-in-law, because of his position, thinking himself he is the father-in-law, he was taking pride. My son-in-law has to fall down at my feet. But Shiva was spiritually much glorious. He was glorious to even Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma, even though Shiva was his son, he offers him respect because as a Vaishnava, he is in advanced position. Daksha was seeing him in material respects. He was thinking, he is my son-in-law, he has to offer me respect. Because of his pride, he offended Lord Shiva, because of which his head was cut off. Pride because of elevated position. Next, pride due to beauty. When we are very beautiful, we become proud. There was that one Vidyadhara who was very proud. One day he went to water with along the woman, and there was one Muni who was doing taking bath there. So he started commenting on Angira Muni who was taking bath. So he became offended. Angira Muni, he immediately cursed him. You think you are so beautiful? He cursed him to become the snake, which is most ugliest thing. So in that way, this person accepted a snake, and when he came to attack Nanda Maharaj in the dead of the night, so Krishna came and kicked him and relieved him from that perspective of that curse. Then he explained, I became very proud of my beauty, so I have accepted the form of the snake. So pride because of beauty. Then pride in spiritual practitioner should be there or not be there. As a bhakta practitioner, should pride be there or not be there within us? So Krishna does not like pride in a devotee. So when the devotees become proud of their service to him, he does not like the devotee becoming excessively proud himself than others. If sometimes there are such feelings, Krishna ends them by changing his attitudes towards his devotee. So at that time, if every day Krishna is coming, I became proud, Krishna will not come that day when I want it. Krishna will stop reacting, responding when the devotees become proud. He wants to bring them down normal. Be a humble person in spiritual life. Among devotees, we should not be proud. We can take pride as the greatest servant, as a servant of the Supreme Lord, but not show off. So spiritualists should be very careful not to be proud. Shastra says, Bhakti Vinod Thakur sings in a song, he says, आमी तो a Vaishnava, यही बुद्धि होइला, आमानी ना हाबे आमी, प्रतिष्ठा आशा आशी, हृदय दूषिबे, होइबा निरया गामी, निज श्रेष्ठ जानी, उच्चिष्टादि धाने, हबे अभिमान भारा, ताय शिष्य तवा, ताकीया सर्वदा, ना लाइबा पूजा कार. If I think I am a Vaishnava, Amita Vaishnava, यही बुद्धि होइला. If I think I am a Vaishnava, Amani na have jani. I shall look forward to receiving respect from others, and if the desire for fame and reputation pollutes my heart, certainly I shall go to hell. Pratishtha ashi hrudaye dushibe hoiba niraya gami. Niraya means I will go to hell because of pratishtha, because of pride and arrogance. And by giving the others the remnants of my food, I shall consider myself superior. Nija shrestha jani uchista dane. I think I am a great person and I give my engli to others. Habe abhimana bhara, and I shall be burdened by the weight of false pride. Tai shishyatava takiya sarvada na laiba puja kara. Therefore, always remaining your surrendered disciple, I shall not accept worship from anyone else. The disciple should always think, I am the lowest person. He should never think I am the biggest person or greatest person. I am the lowest of the lowest. Then we have understood the freedom from pride. Now, what is the solution for this? So, Bhagavatam says, Ei matam samatishta paramena samadhina bhagavan kalpa vikalpeshu na vimuchyati karpichit. So, when you follow the instructions of Guru and Krishna as it is, then Krishna says, with sincerity, then pride will never take over you. So, this is one opportunity. Second one, how do we treat that less qualified, more qualified and equally people? Gunadikan mudan lipset, anukroshan gunadamat, maitrim samanad anvichen, na taper abhibhuyate. So when he meets more qualified people than himself, he should be very pleased. I met a great person. So when you meet less qualified people, you should be compassionate upon them. And when you meet equal people, you should make friendly behavior with them. So by this, we can overcome pride in the situations. Then finally, Shukadeva Goswami says, Dambam mahad upasaya. When you serve the great personalities, our pride becomes prideless. When you become servant, can servant take a pride? No. So, by serving great devotees, one can become prideless. So, this is the opportunity. The Shastra has given us, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us, by various stories, Bhagavatam is teaching us, by various aspects, Prabhupada is teaching us. So, we should not be artificially pride by our borrowed plumes. Because we came empty-handed, we go empty-handed. In the meantime, we are taking qualities given by the Lord. And we are saying, I am proud of by that borrowed plumes. That will not stay with us. Somebody will take away because we have borrowed from somebody, it will go away. So the spiritual perspective is, the more the humble the personality is, the more he becomes devotionally elevated. The more he becomes proud, the more he falls down in the spiritual perspective. Because of his pride and arrogance, he was not listening to instructions. Hiraṇyākṣa, the pride precedes fall down. If he will die, as predicted by Varuna, will happen. Now, how he will die? The following words we will see in the future perspective. Stop here. Any questions are asked? So envy is a perspective when somebody has, I don't have. So he has, I don't have. The thing is, we should be thinking, because Guru and Krishna have blessed him. So I am not being blessed. You should pray to Guru and Krishna, please also bless me with that perspective. So when somebody is being blessed, he is getting that opportunity. Should take credit because he became favorite of the Lord, he has been blessed. So I have not yet done that activity, that's why Lord has not blessed me. So we have to work in the direction where Lord will also bless me to get that. Or Lord might think that this person can lose the opportunity, so I am not giving him. Like as a child, we may ask something. Parents are protective of our nature, so they won't give sometimes they won't give us. To protect us from fall down. We are a small kid, when you ask, give me a cycle, I'll go ride on the road, will they give us? Main road, I'll go and ride the bicycle. They will not give us. It is a protective perspective. Sometimes Lord is not blessing me means He is trying to protect me. See in that positive perspective rather than in a negative perspective. Okay. Comparison is the biggest issue. We should not compare. On what basis can we compare? Spirituality is in a different levels. Who is at what level? Nobody knows. So how can you compare with the two things? Apple and orange, can we compare? Two are two different products, two different levels they are. So you can compare an apple with an apple. You can compare orange with an orange. But we cannot compare apple and orange. So we have to be, we try to think everything in our direction. No. You might be an orange, might be a fig also, we don't know. We cannot compare with somebody, because everybody is in their different levels of devotion. Okay. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur.